I challenge you, random traveler to sea, to battle my tentacruel. Chisel, use dig. What the what? Dig. Hello, YouTube! This is Chris Maniac, your friendly neighborhood maniac, bringing you folks another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this battle is against Pyro, and this is a standard OU match. And I have my OP team of OP Pokemon right here, and especially my Mega Lucario. And don't hate on me for using that because it was before Mega Lucario was banned. And I think Mega Lucario could still be an OU Pokemon. It's really easy to counter, but it really wrecks everything that it hits, and it has really high speed too. So I'm not really that mad that it got banned to Ubers, because it really is good. And Lucario is still a potent Pokemon despite not having a Mega Stone, because I think the Focus Sash variant is still pretty good, in my opinion. Anyways, I leave the Mega Score just to taunt his Skarmory so that he won't set up any Stealth Rocks or Spikes of his own. And now I'm gonna set up my own Stealth Rocks because I know his Espeon won't switch in. I know that because whoever sees the score with Stealth Rocks nowadays, people don't really use the score with Stealth Rocks, but I do. And that's a Pokebank, a Poketuner move rather, and you don't really see that. Anyways, it comes as a Azumarill, and he goes for the Aqua Jet right here, just seeking to bring me down. But yeah, my Venusaur takes any of Azumarill's hits, even an Ice Punch from that thing. So yeah, I do a very good job against that. I can outspeed next turn and hit him with a Giga Drain. But he brings in the Skarmory once again. I go for a Sleep Powder and he avoids the attack. I think I can outspeed him next turn and hit him with a Sleep Powder, so I don't really mind that. But I miss my second Sleep Powder, so that really sucks. And he gets off of Brave Bird on my Venusaur, and that hits me very hard. And that makes my team more susceptible to Azumarill, abandoned Azumarill just spamming Waterfall or Play Rough or something. Anyways, out comes his Skarmory, and in comes his Espeon, which is shiny. That's pretty cool. I like shiny Espeon. It's all green and stuff. Anyways, all three of my Sleep Powders failed because the first two missed, and the third one gets bounced off with the Espeon. And I can't really do much against this guy, and it would just Psyshock me or whatever next turn. So I bring in Zabuza just to resist the Psychic move. I do that, and I hit him up with a Dark Pulse next turn as he sets up his light screen. And I don't really mind that, because actually I go for a taunt right here, and I'm like, oh, derp, because that thing has Magic Bounce, and that was a useless move on my part. And I basically taunt myself, which is pretty funny. So Zabuza's like, hey, you suck, but he says that to himself, which is really weird. And talking to yourself is an sign of insanity. Anyways, I Dark Pulse Espeon does a lot of damage to it, despite the light screen being up, because I am rash, not timid, and I have a Life Orb on, so that's a lot of damage. Anyways, this is Registeel. And right here, I know that this thing would like to go for a Thunder Wave or something, or a Stealth Rocks. So I taunted, I believe, after you go for the Surf. That Surf card does anything to it, but having Taunt your Pokemon is very useful. It doesn't allow Pokemon like this, who don't use attacking moves that much, to not do anything, because they only could attack. So I taunt that thing and it got really mad. I tell it sucks, it's just a big ball of steel, and apparently big balls of steel suck, so actually that thing has balls of steel, that's actually a compliment, but whatever. Anyways, that thing can't do anything now, and I just bring my Gliscor just to wall this thing. Iron Head don't really do much to me, because I am a Gliscor. Gliscors are absolute bosses, and they wall everything, and they're kind of annoying when they're the Toxic Storm variant. Mine is not, it's just a knockoff Earthquake, taunt and Soft Rocks. It's just there to weaken my opponent's team basically. And comes his own Skarmory right here, and I go for the knockoff. I knock off his leftovers right here, and I could just knock off I could just go for the taunt. Actually, that's not leftovers, it's Rocky Helmet. But I don't really mind the damage from that thing. I can just peel it off with my leftovers. I mean, my Toxic Heal. Anyway, to taunt that thing so that it won't do much to me. And he got Rowan me out, and I am here to stay. No more Rowan me out. That's so rude. You telling me you got away from here? No way, man. No way, bird. Anyways, he Brave Bird my Gliscor. I am hard body baby. I'm not gonna take that much from it, even though it's a crit. And I just keep knocking that thing off. I just keep like smacking it up with a knockoff. And yeah, I give it its own crit, and with this Brave Bird Recall that's gonna give itself this turn, it's gonna get knocked out. And yeah, that's one dead Skarmory, and Skarmory did pretty much nothing this battle except damage with this Skarmory, which I could easily heal off. And so that Skarmory really did nothing this battle, nothing useful anyways. And he got his Espeon, and he got hurt by rocks, and he Psychics my Restore, because I am just thinking to like just kill off this Espeon. I don't want more screens up. But he just goes for a Psychic, whatever. I just go in with Gale, and he's actually faster than me. That really scared me. I guess that's because I'm adamant, and he is timid probably. But thankfully he didn't go for a Psychic, and I can just finish him off with a U-turn. So, phew, that was close. So yeah, Gale has finished off his Espeon. By the way, that's the same Crobat that I have used for my run with White 2. Like, I caught it back in like some sort of early dungeon. I believe in Castelia Sewers, and I'm still using it right now in competitive battling, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, I got this Regirock, and that thing is an absolute, absolutely dead to Surf. And that Regirock goes down without even doing anything this match. And that kind of sucks by that Regirock. Anyways, he comes to Azumarill, and he can hit me up with a Play Rough if he chooses to. And I can't really knock this thing out with one move, so I get out of there. I skedaddle out of there with Zebazan. I bring in Philippines, hoping to take a move from it. So he goes for a Play Rough, and I'm hoping to take a Banded Superpower. I mean, not Superpower, but like, yeah, and I do take it. So that is great. I live with 4 HP, and I just outspeed it. But he actually is not Banded. He goes with Aqua Jet, and he really bluffed that band really well earlier. So yeah, props to you on that, man. Anyways, I have another Pokemon here that really resists Azumarill stabs. That's Tentacruel, and Tentacruel is just going to really destroy this guy because Tentacruel really walls the rest of his team. And I can just Sludge Wave, Scald, everything left in the team basically, and they're all dead because there's Regirock left and there's Azumarill, and the one last other Pokemon if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am. Anyways, I Scald at Registeel on the first try, so that is really lucky. He underways me, so he can just like Iron Head me to death, but I'm physically defensive, and I'm going to like, and I resist that Iron Head, and that Registeel probably doesn't have that much attack investment, so I am going to survive this for a long time, and you can't really do much. He goes for a Stealth Rock right here, and I don't really mind that, because my team doesn't really mind Stealth Rocks after all. So I Scalded again, just wearing this thing down continually. I'm hoping it doesn't have Rest, because if it had Rest, that would really suck. Anyways, it keeps getting on. It keeps getting chip damage with his burn. He switches out of there because he doesn't really want to take any more hits. And then comes his last hope. There you go. I was right. In comes his shiny Breloom. That's his signature Pokemon right here. I hit it up with a Scald, and I actually get the burn on it, I believe. And that is very lucky. But anyways, even if I didn't get a burn here, I would have knocked it out with my Crobat later on. So that doesn't really matter, anyways. Anyways, that Thunder Punch hardly does anything to me. Even though he wasn't burnt, that wouldn't hardly do anything to me. And yeah, I think this thing's Poison Heal, I believe, because he has Thunder Punch on it, and you don't really get stabbed from that. Anyways, yeah, it's a pretty futile effort against this Breloom in here, because I am just like walling it, all its moves, even though it's super effective. And I hit up with a Sludge Wave, and it goes down. So down goes his 1-up, his Mushroom, no extra lives for you today, sir. Anyways, out comes Registeel, and it's burnt and stuff, so yeah, it's not really doing much anyways, so this is basically GG, because I am going to sweep with my Tentacruel, because Tentacruel just walls this guy's entire team, and even that Surf, not Surf, but Earthquake does so little. He eats a bit of his leftovers, I eat a bit of my leftovers. His leftovers is pretty like useless now because of that burn. It pretty much rendered his leftovers useless. He goes for Iron Hand right here, hardly does anything to me. He tries to go for a Paraflinch, and my Tentacruel, she breaks through that Paraflinch and goes for another Scald. And yeah, she says really strong-willed. She really wants to like scald everything, burn everything, and destroy everything basically. So I basically switch out right there because I'm not really doing much to it, and I know this thing will get out, will like die next turn to burn. So he goes for the Iron Head right here. And I really want to finish off this battle in style with the Pokemon that I ran White 2 with, basically. So, down goes Registeel, and it faints. And then comes his last Pokemon, his Azumarill, and I can knock it out with a Banded Brave Bird. He tries to go for Oxygen right here, doesn't really quite knock me out, because Crobat is pretty bulky, has a lot of natural bulk. I have 29 HP left, and Crobat, Gale, goes for the epic animation Brave Bird, and it takes that Azumarill out. And I go out with Star here. And Crobat gets killed with his own hands, or rather wings, instead of his enemies. So, GG Pyro. I hope you battle again soon, because I am sure that I believe the battle didn't do you justice. And you can do better than that, probably. And I just brought OP Pokemon, that's why. Next time, I'm gonna bring Pokemon that are not really that used, because I don't like mainstream Pokemon like Greninja and stuff, and Lucario. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this battle. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you folks next time!